Yeah, no, for sure. And I think you touched on it quite well. I think Blackstrap had that history, back with the Winter Games and everything of everybody experiencing Blackstrap of our age demographic. And then it died. And I think it lost all of its luster. And so our whole goal from the start of this was to make Blackstrap great again. It was just to try to bring it back to that luster of what it used to be, because we all have those great memories of what it once was. And so we started 10 years ago with the concession again. There was a small food trailer that we started out there and then slowly built it up. So we now have repurposed sea containers that we've turned into a tiki bar and concession. And that really started the whole thing, where we started to see things start to bounce back. So after that, there was an opportunity, I thought, for accommodations out there. My sister lives over in Europe, and I had the opportunity to travel over there a few times, and I started seeing this glamping thing come up.
Right, yeah.
Glamping's got this, it could be anything from it started with just kind of tents to, what something like we've created.
This is actually really glamping.
We've spared no expense on
Yeah.
making things as glamorous as possible. And so our whole goal from the start of this was to make Blackstrap great again. It was just to try to bring it back to that luster of what it used to be, because we all have those great memories of what
Right.
it once was, and it no longer was that. So we started 10 years ago with the concession again. It was a small food trailer that we started out there and then slowly built it up. So we now have repurposed sea containers that we've turned into a tiki bar and concession. And that really started the whole thing, where we started to see things start to bounce back. COVID was a real, where it hurt a lot of other companies, and some of my other companies really hurt. In tourism, it actually really bounded things up. So people were coming out to the lake. Rules were different out there, and so people were just trying to look for an escape, and
Right.
they couldn't go to work, and so
Cool opportunity.
we saw our business grow 4 times out there. Again, losing some other ones in the city, but out out at the lake, we just saw this boom that they even haven't been able to replicate since then. But it was mayhem out there. It was awesome. It was really cool, and so after that, there was an opportunity, I thought, for accommodations out there. There's nothing, we'd been with tourism for a while. We'd seen that there's all of these opportunities for food and service and stuff, but there's just nothing for accommodations. My sister lives over in Europe, and I had the opportunity to travel over there a few times, and I started seeing this glamping thing come up. Now,
Right, yeah.
glamping's got this, it could be anything from it started with just kind of tents to, what something like we've created.
This is
And
actually really glamping. So Caroline and I were like, this is actually awesome. This is my as much as I don't mind the tent and the rest of it, but
For sure.
my bed was kick ass. It was amazing. We were like, could we buy this bed? This is the most comfortable mattress we've had.
You can.
It's we were actually looking at it and being like, this is comfortable.
So it's the same beds that they use in the James Hotel.
Okay.
We've spared no expense on
Yeah.
making things as glamorous as possible. And we had some advice from one of our business advisors of, when you get this started, you're going to see a lot of other people jump into this industry.
Right.
And we already have. And he said, make sure that barrier of entry is here.
Right.
Make sure you're up there. So when people are trying to get into it, they're probably just going to be a tent in the bush compared to what you're doing. And so we really took that to
That's
heart.
a great advice, right? Just because it's if you're that bar, it's very easy to actually almost kick you out of the industry.
Yeah.
Because then now you have to now try to compete with everybody else that's topping over top.
100%. And you can see that in almost any industry that you do it in. And it was such great advice, and we took it such to heart, and we've seen it act out over and over and over again as we see other people come into the industry. I'm awesome. I love competition. It
Right.
fires me up. I have no problems with collaboration. I have no problems with competition. I think it's a really healthy thing.
Yeah.
And I think in this day and age, competition has become healthier,
Right.
whereas before it was, you got to hide your recipes, you got to hide your playbooks, you got to hide this and that. I'm fine doing collaborations with other healthy competitors.
Right.
I think it builds us all up, and it gets us out of the bed in the morning. And
it's great for the Saskatoon environment, right? Like, I mean,
100%.
and how far are you actually away from the city limits? Like
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah.
if you had to drive back into the city, you could easily do it. Because I think we forgot something. We're like, do we
Yes.
go back in? Do we not?
It
Like,
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25 minutes on a dual lane highway. So
right.
it's
Safe.
very, very, very safe, very easy to get to. And I think that's where we've been seeing a lot of success. And so our tagline is kind of like luxury in the heart of nature. We all know that Sasky boys, we've traveled up north in Saskatchewan.
Right.
It's gorgeous. It's God's country.
Yeah.
This isn't so much, but it's also...
It's still beautiful. Like, we were just sitting there actually in the morning and at night, even with all the lights off.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And we were like, what would happen if it was actually not overcast and we could actually see the stars, or if it was like the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
Like, we were like, that would be phenomenal. But either way, it was like, for us, it was like, we actually said to each other, in the future, we need a home that we have a view like this.
Yeah. No,
That's how much we loved it and experienced it. And we're like, okay, we're coming back.
I agree with you. And so I guess for the viewers too who haven't heard of it, so we'll maybe dive into what we're talking about. So the Blackstrap Glamping Resort consists of 6 luxury geodomes. So these are giant dome igloo looking things. They have a 25% of the entire enclosure is a window. So you have these great views like we spoke about. Inside's about 528 square feet of circular square footage. Each one has its own private bathroom with heated floors, king-size bed, mezzanine level, kitchen with fully functioning pots, pans, hot plates, and all that stuff.
Oh, it's dialed. It's it's first class.
There's everything.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Everything that you need for an enjoyable stay. Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it was winter. We just went there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was snow on the ground, and I think it must have been, I don't know, maybe minus 10 out, and it was still super comfy in there. We turned on the little fireplace that you have,
Yeah.
and it was a beautiful sleep, right? And it was great.
Yeah, it was something to engineer those things. They're not meant for Saskatchewan. They weren't when we were going to do them. I remember the supplier was like, no. No, you can't do that.
Bad idea.
And so we had to engineer them quite carefully to make them work for that cold level. And I think people have survived. It's our third winter.
Well, it was great. Like, I didn't think when the full windows open at night, we closed it to sleep.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then it does warm up in there and the rest
Definitely.
of it. But I mean, it's not. With that fireplace on and then the extra heating pump and so forth,
Yeah.
like, it was warm in there.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it wasn't.
It's great. And we've got heaters in the floors, and so you kind of get the floors all heated up and everything. No, they turned out great, and something about the winter experience. It's just magical out there. It's just something so quiet and tranquil, and the snow hitting the windows and falling off the sides of the domes is just something really, really unique and magical about that space.
Yeah, we took a lot of pictures just because we were like, this is amazing. Like, it was really cool. Which season do you think you like the best? Do you think winter, and how fast do you fill up for bookings?
I love fall. I like fall in general, but I like it out there as well. The changing the leaves, it's slowing down for us. Summer's absolute chaos. We have the restaurant out at Walker Lake Regional Park as well, and we do all the food operations out there. And so summertime, we're just an absolute unit.
Yeah.
We're just going nonstop. So kids with swimming lessons and all the stuff that goes along with that.
Right.
So summertime is just mayhem. So what I enjoy is kind of fall is when that all kind of slows down. People start leaving the park. It's quiet. Everything's kind of changing there. But so yeah, something about the winter season out there it is magical. Like I said, I don't know if you guys got to see them or I haven't seen them move in yet, but there's like a family of like 30 deer that are out there, and they come around to the domes, and you'll wake up and they'll be having their nose in there, and it's pretty cool. So our summer seasons, booked, like we're already taking bookings and already booking up for the busy weekends.
And so there's a little bit other information. So every dome has a different theme.
Yes.
So
yes.
every dome has a different theme. One thing that we thought that would be amazing for is families with, like, you know what I mean, multiple families,
For sure.
or even groups of friends to get together just to go out there for a weekend or something, or even I mean, stagettes or any of those things, straight or
Yeah.
stags, right? Like, it depends. I mean, I guess you don't want it too rowdy out there, right?
No.
So, but at the same time, just getting away or doing events or even getaways.
Yeah, we've seen it all. We've had all of those groups come out there. I'm very envious of families that come out there and rent out their whole resort. And there's a big area in the front there.
Yeah.
This is before the lake that everyone can use. There's the pavilion that's off to the left. People can use that there. The beach is 2 minutes away. And so,
And you've got a fire pit area, and you've got 2 saunas,
Yeah.
and it's like, and getting back into every single igloo has its own theme.
So I got to give a shout out to Karen at Metric Design. She did amazing on creating these themes for the whole place. So they've actually used it a lot for their retreat. So every year Metric Design comes out and does a retreat, and
Amazing.
they bring their staff out there, and they just come and kind of rezone and talk about different things that they want to get done and set some goals. And so they come out there. But what was created with the different themes that are out there, like we talked about a little bit briefly, Karen could walk into, the Salvation Army and pick out all these things and just all of a sudden throw it at the place.
Yeah.
Themes that I couldn't see even up until 2 days before opening. I was thinking, as I'm cleaning up drywall dust, I'm thinking, how is this going to come together? And then all of a sudden, by the weekend's over, it's turned into this magical space that I'm just so proud of. It just
Like, you've
turned
got,
out
okay,
great.
let's go over these. So you have the
Yeah.
you have the Raven.
That's the one you
and
stayed
That's
in.
the state. I loved it. I'd stay there again in a
Yeah.
second. It's like it's a very nice place, and everything's finished just like
Turned out
amazing.
so amazing. Again, probably one of the hardest projects that I've ever worked on. I acted as the GC for a lot of these, and it was a very, very tough role to take on, especially in this day and age with trades and
Right.
everything, as I'm sure you know. And so that one was very difficult in that we made it accessible. So we have it wheelchair accessible. We have barrier-free showers. We added in Braille guest books for guests.
Really? In the
Yeah,
Raven?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. There's a lot of like little touches in there that we wanted to add in to make it fully accessible. I think when people talk about accessibility, they look at it just a wheelchair to kind of tick off the box.
Yeah.
And we really, really wanted to make things accessible for everyone. So we consulted with a lot of different agencies to make it that it was going to be.
But you would never know. So the thing is, like,
Yeah.
we stayed there, and I would have never thought it
No.
was wheelchair
There-
accessible, right? Like,
Yeah.
I guess maybe beside the toilet, there might have been some handles and so forth. But other than
and
that,
by
I
the
wouldn't-
bed and,
Yeah.
and the shower, the
Okay.
barrier-free
But
shower.
but it's done so tastefully.
Well, we tried, and
Yeah.
and that was the hard part, is that there's no real like rule books or guidebooks for that of anybody to kind of help with. So we actually had a bit of a tough time. Cost a lot of extra money to do, but it was a goal of ours from when we first built the resort that we are going to create this to be accessible for everybody. We had originally planned it within the first 4 domes. Just ran out of time, ran out of money with the project, and so this last one we really planned from the start. And that's where it gets easier, is if you plan for it, accessibility from the start, it makes it a heck of a lot easier than when you're trying to retrofit these things. So
Right.
I think it's important for builders and people in general to look at that accessibility from the start.
Yeah.
And so we thought about it. We had it all planned out of which one it was going to be, and yeah, it turned out amazing. I love it.
It's a great one. And what's the one that you actually have the license plate painted black
Yeah.
as the backsplash? in
That's the next
kitchen?
one over. So that's the fallow. So that one's kind of like our nod to industrial, kind of like farm machinery. All of the mezzanine level, all of that was like custom made out of rock grate.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It turned out
Yeah.
really, really neat. Then we have the
I
Winnie.
think Caroline might have said that was her favorite one. I think maybe, but like,
I love
we
that
checked
one.
them all out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's one we didn't get to because I think someone was staying there. But yeah,
There was someone in there.
Yeah.
Next up would be is the Winnie Dome. So that's the one with all the flowers,
Yeah.
pink doors.
Yeah, my niece Gracie would love that,
Yes.
right? She'd be like, "This is awesome."
So that was like our plan was like to be our bachelorette kind of theme.
Okay, yeah.
And stagettes or whatever, and it ended up being one of our most popular domes. So it's like I think our second most rented dome. So it's funny how that worked out. I thought we might have to like pivot around that. I thought maybe we could launch with that, and it would be okay. Everybody's over this pink flower thing, and nope. So it is our second most rented dome.
What's your most rented dome?
The Jack. So the
Okay.
Jack is the next one up. It is like a rustic cabin, Hudson Bay, Canadiana type
Okay.
feel to it.
We got to throw Caroline the Brit in there to give
Yeah.
her some like some Canadian.
Yeah,
themed
you'll
stuff.
love it.
Yeah.
You'll love it. And then next to that is the Manhattan, which is probably my favorite. Was the original theme that they were all going to be like. Until Jane and I sat around one night, had some glasses of wine, and came up with this brilliant idea of like, why aren't they all different?
It's amazing when those drinks go. It's like when Napper and I thought of Wake Ride. I was just like, I don't know if this is a great thing or not, but yeah.
So that's the Manhattan, New York style hotel room. This crazy green that Karen came up with that she found that she wanted to go with, and just a lot of cool black.
And that
accent.
one's the closest. That one's the closest to the water. Is
There-
that right?
I'd probably say the Jack.
And okay.
And then next would be to that would be the closest is the Beachcomber.
Okay.
That's like a California boho
Right.
type yellows and tans type feel to it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so I mean, it gives everybody an option of whatever theme that you want. So how far out do you need to book these things? Like, so if we're wanting, because we talked about is doing it with a team as well too, right? And just being like, okay, how does this work? And dogs allowed?
Yeah, so 5 of the 6 domes are pet friendly.
Okay.
So we keep one for
Which one is the non-pet
the
friendly?
Manhattan.
Okay.
So the favorite one that I have, and I haven't been able to stay in it because I got my Chihuahua. But
That's awesome. You didn't think that one out there.
no, I did not. So it definitely,
That's
we
great.
were so pet friendly. There's an extra add-on of I think it's $40, but we provide you with a pet toy, pet treats, doggy bags, and a bowl.
Yeah, because I was like, what was your manager's name?
Lisa.
Lisa?
Yes.
So yeah, so I talked to Lisa and she just said, "Oh, if you were gonna have an animal out, I was gonna get it all ready for them." And I
Yeah.
was like, "What does getting
Oh,
it
yeah.
ready for them mean, right?"
Yeah,
and so
no.
it's like she's like, "I would have put out like the dog food, the everything, right?"
Yeah,
So,
no, we love dogs, so we know they're part of the family, and what's camping or glamping without your furry friends. So
Right.
we have that package that you can add on for a small fee. And then we have a lot of other packages that you can add on as well. We partner with Pig and Pantry here in the city for local meats and eggs that you can have sent out to your dome. Prairie grazers, so you can have a grazing box
Oh, cool.
that's set in your dome if you want to be romantic. We've got like a romance package where you can do chocolate dipped strawberries, champagne, and roses.
Yeah, I kind of got in trouble for not bringing the champagne.
I should have had it there for
just
you.
so you know, that's not your fault, man. That's 100% my fault. We actually give it to clients, so it's actually a box in our office. That's all I would have had to do. So I absolutely failed at that one. It was mentioned 3 times. So three times.
Okay.
So I know I really failed. But strawberry chocolate covered strawberries
Yeah.
is actually amazing.
Yeah.
Where do you get those from?
Or
do you do them?
Yeah, we have a company that makes them here in the city as well,
Okay.
and so we do those up, and then we birthday packages. Lots of people propose there. We've had weddings there, so we do a lot of like extra add-on packages for people as they want, or we just do it for them because
Yeah. So also something that I had mentioned is that, okay, so it's got 2 beds in every single unit, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
the thing is, like, you've got usually a king. Is the one on the Raven, is that a California king, or is that seemed like a pretty big bed?
Yeah, that's a king. That's a
it's,
full.
it's just a king, hey?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
a
it was
king.
bigger than that.
No.
Because Caroline loved it so much that she could be so far away from me. It was great.
Just like you can like hold.
Yeah, she says, I didn't even know you were there. I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's great. But yeah, but then there's another at least double or queen.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
it's
a
a double,
double?
yeah.
A double on it. So if you've got kids, and then I guess they could bring a blow up or whatever else, right?
Exactly.
So it does work for families or even.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then two of the domes we have a futon in them, so we can sleep up to 5. Anything over that, we're starting to get into like kind of fire regulations, and you don't want to. It's not a huge space, so
Yeah.
you don't want to have too many people that are in there. So we sleep up to 5.
Right. And it truthfully is glamping. Like it is really
yeah.
nice. Like it's awesome. I kind of quite like it.
Yeah, it's. I know I'm so spoiled now with camping, and it's kind of the only way that we would go now. I don't know. Like once you experience it, and we've had the opportunity before we even opened to travel around to different glamping places. Drove down to Montana, went to some, flew over to New Brunswick, and for our mentors, and went and checked out their domes. And I just spent the night at Echo Valley. They've got domes there.
Okay.
And
how was that?
It was really good. I gotta give him a shout out of what he did there.
Where's Echo Valley?
Just south by Regina.
Okay.
30,
You didn't want to get that wrong.
I don't want to get that wrong. Just outside of Regina.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they've got some domes there. He's got 3 domes set up there.
And so did he build them after you built yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And no, they were awesome. It was so cool to see other people's takes on them, and the way that other people took on the challenge of them, and how he built his out. And
Yeah,
stuff.
the bathrooms are gorgeous. They're in the middle
Yeah.
of the unit, so you have the king bed in the front of it, facing out to where that opening is,
Yep.
right? That 25 feet,
Yep.
or 25% of it, and then you got the bathroom in the middle, and then off to one side you've got the kitchenette with like a sink and a fridge and so forth, right?
Yeah.
So and then a little table usually in most of them that
Yeah.
you can eat at.
Yeah, and that's what we found that was the best way to utilize a round space. It's maddening trying to build out round spaces, but we found that if you put the square in the middle and you can put everything in there. The other part that's not so exciting to hear about, but all of the utilities are right underneath there. So as with to run all this stuff, we have to have the utilities. So the box actually goes all the way down underneath, and it's all insulated under there. So all of our piping, our HRV, hot water tanks, and stuff like that is actually underneath.
So do they all have separate septic tanks? Is that how
No,
it works?
it all
Or
runs to one.
It all runs to one, and then it's a collect all. How often do you have to get that pumped out?
Oh, had a custom massive tank built. So I guess it depends, like, at least every week.
Yeah,
with,
okay.
in the
So
summer
that's
times.
good. Yeah, it depends on how much people
3,600.
shower and
Yeah,
the rest of it,
3,600
right?
gallons. So
Yeah.
it's a massive tank.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so you can order in all this food. So then when you said you own you run the Blackstrap catering, where is that? Or the restaurant?
Yeah. So where you guys were, if you
Yeah.
look at that parking lot, if you were to walk across that parking lot, there's a little path there. So it's
Yeah.
about a minute walk, and you'd be down at the Tiki Bar.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're right there, and that place is a vibe, man. Like, we've got some great bands that come out every weekend. We've got live music Fridays and Saturdays. Always kind of something that's beach vibey.
Right.
Drinks, all umbrellas, pineapples. You can get Mai Tais, slushy margaritas, like all that.
We had fun just by ourselves, so this sounds like a blast. I think we're going back a couple of times. I'm just gonna have to make sure we book ahead of time, so it's not all booked up.
Yeah, you got to bring the crew out there in the summertime. So summertimes are tough. Like, weekends are already booking out. Weekends book up half a year in advance, and then weekdays are slowly fill up after that. And then we usually have.
I want to go to the Tiki Bar though. I mean, that's what I want to use.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's an awesome spot.
So when does that open up?
May long.
And then when does it open up in the morning and close at night?
Yeah, so we're open up for noon. And
okay,
then,
so lunch. Do you serve lunch there?
Yeah.
So lunch.
Oh, so our menu is awesome. We've
Yeah.
really worked out. When we first started, we were just like a beachside concession, so it was just like throwing out like hamburgers, hot dogs, and chips and stuff. And then since we've started with Little Kahunas and really been growing the brand,
Little Kahunas?
It's called Little Kahunas, yeah. So we've got a second location that's opening up right away here. I'll be able to announce that location here pretty soon, but we've got a second location opening up.
In Saskatoon or
Maybe
somewhere?
you can help me with this,
Oh,
but
okay.
another lake is
Oh,
getting
cool.
a Little Kahunas. It's going to be replicated the same,
Yeah.
sea container build out, and all that stuff. So that one's going to be announced here pretty soon. And then, yeah, looking in the city, if we can find the right location, we'd love to have something.
Amazing. Good for
Tiki Bar
you. Looks like you've got a lot going on.
No, it's been awesome. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
been growing, and tourism in Saskatoon. You talked briefly. Obviously, good friends with Steph Kovalchuk as well.
Yeah.
The group, what they're doing, and what Tourism Saskatchewan's doing right now, is just off the charts. Like, we just got back from Ottawa, and we went out to the tourism awards out there, and they had the biggest recognition of Saskatchewan companies that were out there, and the biggest award wins from, we didn't win, unfortunately, but a lot of companies won some big awards out there
From Saskatchewan.
yeah, there was like 8 nominations, and I think 5 awards were given. Dakota Dunes, Wanuskewin, Ag in Motion was a couple of them. There was ourselves out there, and
I mean, just to get nominated in across Canada is amazing.
dude, we were up against like the Bay of Fundy. Like, I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't win, man. I think it's pretty good. So,
The Bay of Fundy is like amazing.
little, what is it?
Little Kahunas.
Little Kahunas. I mean, I'd be like, boom, there you go. You won that one.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity to be out there and see some of the great tourism
And
partners that
learn
were out
too,
there.
right? And
Oh,
also learn, create partnerships and relationships. And
it was cool. Tourism Saskatchewan sent us out there. They helped us a lot with getting to that goal, and then helped us with the journey. And when we were out there, we were with them quite a bit and learned lots. So it was really cool. But I guess what that exemplifies is what they're doing, what they're investing into tourism operators here in and around the province. It's just amazing. There's a lot of up and coming experiences that are going on, and it's just going to make all of the cities just that much better.
yeah, and I mean, only 25 minutes away, it's a no-brainer.
For
Right?
sure.
It's like, so your partner in this business,
Yes.
was supposed to come today, but I
Yes.
mean, of course, sick kid. I mean, it
Life
happens
happens.
all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we were sick for the last month, so I totally understand.
Yeah.
So how did you guys come together on this, or what was how do you know
Yeah.
her? How did she come into it?
We started
Are
working.
you guys partners on everything?
We are. We've got a couple little side projects going on. So we started working on a project together, working on a grant together. Actually, I was working on this grant and this proposal, and it was kind of over my head. And so we worked together on it. We ended up starting another business together, platonic, and then
And what's her name? Sorry,
Jane
Jane.
Rustbridge.
Okay, there we go. Shout
Yes.
out to Jane.
Shout out to Jane, who can't be
that
here.
couldn't be here.
So she's magical in what she does. She was with Boston Pizza for 15 years and in the corporate side of things, and then wanted to take that leap of faith into entrepreneurship, and really did. And she's just like leveled all of our stuff up in a way that it would take me an extra 20 years to
Sounds like
to
my
get there.
girlfriend Caroline in my business. It's like
Right?
we all need one of those in our lives, so
We
that's
do,
good.
man.
Sometimes we date them, sometimes they're just business partners, right?
We
So
do, yeah. So then we ended up dating, and so we've been together for a while now, and
this is your
this
there you
is
go.
my girlfriend. Yeah. So
There you
same
go.
thing.
I didn't know that one was coming, just so you know.
I identify with
Yeah.
with what's going on, and
Yeah.
and for sure. So she's leveled up the businesses and continues to kind of put the wake that is my craziness together, and
Man, I feel the exact same way in my
you're
life.
right.
I'm like, I like this stuff. She's like, oh,
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I see her over there with her writing everything down, and yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's going to be the one that clips this, makes us all look like we know what we're talking about,
I love
and
that.
it's going to be great.
I love that.
Well, that's awesome. So it's fun to build it with somebody, and especially
Yeah,
somebody that's in your life. And
for
it's
sure.
like it's finding the time to just enjoy it. Like for us, going there was just a nice time to
Yeah,
be able to get away from things and just to be able to like just slow down.
yeah,
Right. That was the awesome thing about going and checking out. And it was just, and we loved every minute of it. And so now I'm looking at probably after this, looking at Caroline and be like, okay, when are we booking for summer?
yeah,
Because it is booking up. Right.
yeah,
And just seeing, and then even doing a family trip out there. Right. Because
for
it's like
sure.
mom and dad and one, Kevin and Ryan, and then, or so Kevin and Chelsea and Gracie and then Ryan
Yeah.
and just looking at kind of like almost taking over the whole thing, or maybe just adding some other family so they don't fill in the spot. Just start adopting people just
Yeah,
to fill in the
exactly.
whole thing.
No, we've had lots of people that would rent out the entire resort and they'd have it as their family reunion type thing, or just to kind of get together. We've had people like we hire lots of musicians all the time, so we'd have musicians come over
Oh yeah.
and have like a little party, and it's a cool vibe. It's definitely a cool vibe for that. But yeah, like the summertime's just our waiting list is about 20 people deep on the weekends, and then on the weekdays we're at like 110% occupancy. It's just full
Where do you
come.
put that 10%?
Yeah, exactly. Got a little camper on the side.
They're in the maintenance shed. That's why you're pumping out. Like
For
I saw them
real.
working on this maintenance shed. And I was
Yes.
like, I wonder who gets stuck in there.
That's where I'm sleeping when the water lines,
Oh,
if I'm worried about the water lines freezing or something like that. That's where I go.
just to hang out, just to be
Yeah, it does get a little bit hairy there with the weather that we have. So if I could probably go back in time, I'm not sure that I would do a full winter operation being out that far. I mean, all the
yeah.
all the things that people don't consider. I mean, switching. We've got to have sleds for everybody to be carrying the stuff. You got to worry about your water lines. You got to be worried about snow clearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to be able to clear the snow within the resort, but if you can't even get to the resort from the highways because it's so far out, it definitely becomes it's
So is that a partnership with the government a little bit on them clearing the roads and so forth to Blackstrap because
yeah,
it's a
they're
provincial park and so forth, so they
they're
understand.
amazing.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to highways. Like we're a secondary location,
Yeah.
but there's an understanding there that we do have people that are staying there and of what it is, and I got to give them a huge shout out.
Man,
Like
we are giving a lot of shouts out today.
to government
and
agencies.
Government agencies, Discover Tourism.
Oh, we are in our 40s, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting old.
when you give shout outs to government agencies. But no, for real, they are really good. And
Well, you have to give shout outs to them because they're the ones that really support us in whatever we're doing, right? I mean, we're working with zoning in the city and so forth in our business
Yeah.
and the rentals men and you name it, right? And so they're super important to be able to make us be able to do our jobs as entrepreneurs
Yeah.
within the community, and then having champions like Stephanie Klovchuk that just keeps on pushing and wanting to see this place just not just succeed, but to just, I don't even know what the word would be for it. Flourish, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a great word. Thanks for
Yeah.
having my back here, because I was just like, I couldn't really think
I got
of it.
you.
I wanted to throw a shout out though, because it seemed he threw them all out. I wanted a couple.
No, there's a lot of great people doing some cool stuff here within tourism and within the city and growing it up, and I just seems like the right thing to do. A lot more collaborations with people, and yeah, just
It's way hard doing it it's way harder doing it by yourself, right? And the thing is, if we're all in the betterment of making Saskatoon a better place for
Yeah.
everybody, it's just going to have a better chance of succeeding, at least from my point of view, right?
100%.
Same with the community. I mean, we're only as strong as our most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so the more we support each other, the better it's all going to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You mentioned on the phone about maybe possibly doing some draws in the new year.
Yeah.
Was that something that you were still looking at
Oh,
doing?
Definitely. I think we got to get together on something like that for those who are participating in the podcast and what you guys have been growing here. And as we were chatting, it had just come to me that we wanted to do a giveaway, but I wanted it to be something. So I think we're going to have to do something off of this collaboration.
So maybe we look at touching base in the new year and then
Definitely.
figuring out what that could be and then kind of doing some marketing and advertising for you. I know that Caroline is basically, she doesn't love social media and marketing, but she's fantastic at it. And so she's going to make a video that kind of highlights our experience there and so forth. Maybe that's something that we could collab on and then
Yeah.
make that part of the I guess draw or
Yeah.
whatever, and whatever you're going to put up for that.
I love that.
And then looking at I guess also us needing to book our time so that it's not booked up for the entire summer.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to get in on that, and we'll make sure the champagne's in there this time.
Well, I'll just bring it myself because that's what I should have done the first time. So it's just like, yeah, but I will probably order some of those chocolate covered strawberries.
Perfect.
And then, I mean, a lot of the businesses that you work with already, I mean, are friends of mine and people that we support as well too, right?
Yeah.
So, and make it work. And I mean, there might even be some stuff with, was it Salcouth, the new winery that's opening up in Saskatoon?
This one's new to me. I will have to check this out.
Yeah. So we will talk more about on this, but
Perfect.
there's a new winery that's opening up in the new year.
Cool.
They're actually making wine, importing the grapes and the juices from around the world.
Really?
And actually making it here in Saskatoon. So not only is it cool for Saskatoon, I mean, when I first got into real estate, we were kind of a retirement community. Every single person that was older than me usually moved away to Alberta or BC and so forth, and they didn't really stick around. And so it's awesome to
You're not
see
wrong.
this province starting to flourish, not only in the, I guess, in like the mining industry, but just like with new ideas that are coming that, first of all, nobody thought you could do igloos in the middle of minus 50 weather, but you pulled it off. Sean, our friend, created a winery in Saskatchewan where we have no grapes, and that's not
awesome.
possible, but you can bring those in. You can bring them in from the Okanagan, you can bring them in from Niagara, you can bring them in from Chile.
I love it.
So it's there's a lot of cool things that are happening here, and I mean, Beyond the Keys is our podcast, and so it's not just real estate. It's about Saskatoon. It's about what's around us and so forth. A lot of the stuff we do highlight is revolving around, I mean, what we do on a daily basis. But we're also wanting to highlight things that Saskatoon and our community can get involved with and support as well, right? Because I mean, if we enjoy doing it, I can guarantee they're going to enjoy doing it, right?
For sure.
And so these are things that the reason we wanted to come on is we appreciate the opportunity to go check out your place, and that was amazing. But at the same time, I mean, anybody that goes out there, I think, will have the exact same experience. And then in the summer, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With the Tiki Bar and just enjoying that for a weekend, right?
Yeah.
So is it minimum 2 nights? Is that the way it works?
Just in the summertime.
Just in the summertime?
From
Okay.
June till September, it's a minimum of 2 nights. So you can book one night's weekdays in the wintertime.
Okay.
Yeah, weekends
Makes
are
more
always-
sense, I guess, because if you got a Friday, and
I
you're
always-
so booked up too.
I always
right?
recommend people, you just don't get the use out of it. So the check-in time is at 3, and then, it's dark by 5, and then
Right.
you're out by noon. So
Right.
it's just, you just don't really get the time to unwind, and, the complimentary saunas, you want to be able to go check those out for a couple hours, and then you just want to just reset and chill.
Yeah.
So 2 nights is kind of recommended for that. You be able to get in and get settled and figure out the space around the park.
And you're
stuff like
probably
that.
the closest to the city of anything like this.
I believe so. Yeah. They're again the ones out at Echo Valley. They're a little ways out.
They're more Regina, right?
For Regina, yeah, people
Yeah.
of Regina could go check those out. I there's just not a lot. There isn't a lot to do in the wintertime for tourism, and I think everyone's really trying to work on that. I know Sask Parks has done a really great job of making some of their parks more winter friendly.
Yeah.
Of having some more options there where people can go winter camping and do things like that. But yeah, there's just not a lot to do in the wintertime, so we really wanted to add to that.
Yeah, the cool thing about it is that we worked that day and we're out there within 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And so that was the nice thing to be able to do it. It's so close to the city. So
Yeah.
Is there anything that we haven't went over? I'm a little ADHD, so I usually jump from one thing to the next, to the next,
No,
to the next. But
I think you hit it. I think you hit it all well. And with you guys just being out there, the experience is fresh on your mind. I'm not having to to try to talk you with something that you've never seen before. You guys just had the opportunity.
Yeah, and Lisa, she opened up all the doors for us, so that was be able to go see them all,
Yeah.
right? Because it was like you're like you don't want to be peeking
No.
like this, right?
We don't condone that.
Yeah,
So,
it might be a little creepy. It's
yeah.
just like,
So it was really good it's really good. We've got an amazing team out there, and so it's really cool. They love what we love, and to give our guests the absolute like best service that we possibly can. Sure, you can give everybody a stay, and like the same thing within real estate or anything that you can do. You can give the product as what it is, but it's what that extra bit that you add on to it, that exceptional hospitality that's going to get people to keep coming back, and that's one thing that we really pride ourselves on.
it's a client experience.
Well, yeah, exactly. So if they're having that, and it also helps too when things go awry. You know, we're not always going to bat 1,000. Things do happen sometimes, and so, but if you've set a good standard beforehand, people are a little bit more understanding of things that can go wrong, and that we are human and that we make mistakes as well. But we've done a pretty good job in owning up to that, and I think we've made some good memories for people.
Well, you did for us, and I mean, other than me forgetting the champagne, I think it was fantastic. Are you on social media?
Oh yeah.
On how can people see you, find you, social media? What is your tags or
Everywhere? Yeah. So we're on all the social medias. I love making stupid videos. So if you go on to Blackstrap Glamping Resort on anything, Google.
So it's
Instagram, Blackstrap Glamping Resort.
Resort.com.
.ca.
Okay.
Yeah, but even I was checking out our Google Analytics there the other day, our SEO, and we're ranking good. So just if you put in Blackstrap Glamping, or if you put in glamping in Saskatchewan, we're going to be.
So to help them out, just put it on your computers, your phones, your everything. Get better analytics. Follow them on all their social media, and then go check them out. Because don't do it before I book. But other than that, you can book after.
Yeah, wait till he books. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Hey, man, thank you so much
for jumping on the podcast.
Pleasure.
And Beyond the Keys, it's always great connecting people in Saskatoon to cool things that we enjoy and we support. So if you have any questions, reach out to blackstrapglampingresort.ca.
You got it.
And on there, you can actually send them questions and so forth, and then book. Check out all the different igloos. And reserve the one that that you find fits your style and need. But thanks for joining us, and have a great day.